Hey, welcome back to another episode of Comeback Conversations. All right, tell me if this has ever happened to you before. You meet somebody and instantly you think, "Oh, I can breathe around her. I can stay in this space. This feels safe. Um, yeah, I'm good right here." Or the complete opposite. Everything inside of you is going, nope, 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 something's off here. Got to go the other direction. Most people chalk that up to personality or personality conflict, and that is not entirely true. It's spirit actually recognizing spirit, and it's actually way more accurate than anything your personality could size up. And as we dive into this conversation today, I know your curiosity is piqued. If you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because you don't want to miss an episode. I promise you, you do not want to miss an episode. Today, we're going to talk about why that happens. What is it? How does your spirit read people like way before your brain catches up? Have you noticed that? And why it matters for the season that you're in right now. Your personality reacts to patterns. What feels familiar, what feels comfortable or uncomfortable, what you've learned to manage, what you've learned to avoid. But your spirit actually responds to truth. It responds to peace. It responds to God's fingerprints on somebody who's around you or in your life, or maybe you just even pass on the sidewalk. That's why you feel drawn to someone who maybe doesn't fit your type at all, and why you can feel uneasy around somebody your personality thinks should be a good fit. It's heart versus mind. So think of it like this: your personality sees presentation, the outward appearance, the charm, the confidence, um, that curated version of a person. What your spirit sees is the fruit, the integrity, the motive, the peace or the lack of peace, um, the goodness or the anger, even when somebody's trying to hide it. Your personality may say, she seems nice, but your spirit's going, yeah, something's off here. I, yeah, something is definitely off here. Or maybe there's something inside that person's spirit that feels familiar and safe, and you are drawn to that space because that's what you need. You can't explain it. You probably don't even know this person, so you can't explain it, but you can't ignore it either because you're being drawn into that space. When you start paying attention to these nuances, things really, really get clear really fast. You notice God's nudging you towards people that carry the same season that you're stepping into, nudging you away from people or um, past seasons that you keep trying to go back to that are not aligned with where you are right now or where you're going, what you've outgrown. Your spirit picks up on things your personality would actually excuse or overlook or possibly even rationalize. And the moment you honor that inner read, you step into a whole different level of clarity and discernment and movement. When you ignore that inner voice or your inner spirit, what it's trying to pick up on and translate to you, you end up being drawn into spaces, places, and people who drain you. They cause a delay. You're investing in things and people that are getting you further away from that dream or that next move or that season or that transition that you are being nudged into. And they distort the direction that you're supposed to be going, the pathway that God's already laid out for you. But when you honor what your spirit is discerning, your pathway is going to be made even more clear. Things are going to come more naturally. You're not even going to realize you're stepping forward in alignment in such a natural manner that you don't even have to think about it, because your spirit is in can't think of the word I want to use besides alignment, but it's in sync. It's so in sync with the Holy Spirit that you're just moving in sync with what God has already laid out. You're going to start, or actually, you're going to stop giving access to people who were only really meant to be temporary, or maybe you have come to a point where maybe they've outgrown you or you've outgrown them. Sometimes it's necessary to part ways, even though you can still care about people and part ways and not spend full time with them. You can still love an old seasonal job, something that you're supposed to close the door on, and still have fond memories and still be proud of what you accomplished there, and still have so much to look forward to and what's coming next. You'll align more and actually gain more strength for your next season. I want you to hear me. When your spirit starts speaking louder than your personality, hear what I'm saying. When your spirit, the innermost part being of who you are, when that starts speaking louder than your personality, that, my friends, is a sign of maturity. And I don't mean maturity in the adult sense. It means you're moving from reaction to recognizing. It means you're moving past dragging your feet and feeling like you're in quicksand to cloud walking into what's next on your pathway. It means going from managing relationships to discerning them. It means moving from who should I connect to and with to help me along or to get support for my journey to, oh, they're naturally being drawn to me. You start saving yourself so much time and unnecessary struggle. And because you know that I am the question queen, here's your question for today for you to think about as I get a drink of water. Where, my friends, have you overridden your spirit's first read on something important to you? And what did it cost you? Where did you silence your spirit's first inclination, read, response, nudge to you? And what did it cost you? Take some time to really journal through this. And don't use it as a beat yourself up moment. These are learning experiences and an opportunity to grow in your discernment. What stays consciously in the forefront of your mind and not buried into the subconscious, you're going to learn from and not repeat. Or the good things, you will repeat those actions. And second, where is your spirit trying to guide you right now? What direction? Who is it drawing you to right now? But your personality keeps talking you out of it. And are you at that space right now that you understand the difference between your personality and your spirit and how your spirit's guiding you or wants to guide you? Do you have that understanding of the difference between the two? And if you don't, I do a lot of training in this area, and I'll put the link to my group in the comments. When you start honoring the way God wired your spirit to read people, situations, opportunities, your dreams, your seasons, everything in your life, everything shifts. Your circles shift, your joy shifts, your peace shifts, your clarity shifts, and your direction shifts. Most importantly, the people assigned to your comeback start finding you. They start becoming more drawn to you and your light. So, my friends, stay steady, stay hopeful, and most importantly, stay in your comeback. And I'll meet you right here in the next video. Have a blessed one.